Hello everyone and welcome back to Top 10 Evolution, where today we're taking a look at 10 of my top picks for the upcoming Hero titles. Now that will be releasing in 2023, and please be warned, these titles are terrifying, but majority, but not all of these games will be multi-platform games, so there will be something scary for everyone. Now kicking off this video with Infinitum. Infinitum is an upcoming action-adventure, first-person shooter horror game being developed by Architect and is published by Nikon. Infinitum puts you in a horrifying nightmare world that bounces from nightmarish events and back to reality. But nevertheless, they are both terrifying. You'll be taking control of a German soldier being haunted by the Great War. Well, World War I to be exact, and you'll be fighting on the battlefield whilst also having to fight your own demons. Jeez, talk about a Call of Duty. Now, just like typical horror games, you can expect monsters, gore, and blood, and violence, and a whole lot of shit in your pants. I mean, terrifying. Infinitum will be releasing for the PlayStation 5, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, the Series S, the PC, and the PS5. The game will be releasing on April 20, 2023. Next up is Eresys. Eresys is an upcoming action-adventure fantasy hero co-op first-person game being developed by Ares Drongonus and is to be published by Drongonus Game. Now, while Eresys is a horror game, the game doesn't want you to go through all the horrors alone. Call it the developers showing mercy if you like, but the game fully supports co-ops, so instead of one screams, there'll be like 2 or 4, or 1 for each of your friends, well, that agrees to play this game with you. Portfolios. Now, the game main location will be on an island where you and your friends will have to work together to discover its mysteries, but be careful as some things are better left alone. Just kidding, go ahead and unleash these terrifying monsters on you and your squad. It will surely be fun. That's sarcasm. It won't. The game will be releasing exclusively on the PC sometime in 2023. Next up is Ill. Ill is a upcoming horror first-person shooter action-adventure survival game being developed and is published by Team Cloud. Ill is a game being developed on the Unreal Engine 5, and I have to say this game potential is just sky high and through the roof. The visuals alone in this game is worth all my money. But another thing that catches my attention is definitely the goriness of this game and the story. Even the enemies themselves seem to have their own story, being able to move and react just like humans, even displaying emotions sometimes. Or probably I'm just getting too deep, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but the thing is what I'm trying to really get out there is that Team Cloud, don't screw this game up. I'm really rooting for it. It will be releasing for the PC, but will be coming later to next-gen consoles in 2023. Next up is Kona 2 Brume. Kona 2 Brume is a upcoming indie first-person action-adventure horror shooter game being developed by Parable and is published by Plane. Now, I just want to point this out. We have advanced a lot in technological terms, in terms of graphical abilities, and this game just displays and go beyond that. I mean, it's not groundbreaking by any chance, but remember this is an indie game that can put many big developers games to shame in the graphical compartment. Now, let's focus a bit on what the game is about. Now, set in the northern Quebec in the 1970s, a massive blizzard storms disconnect a rural mining village, causing disruption in the balance of nature. You'll be playing as a detective traveling the horrifying lands while trying to find stranded people and trying to survive not only the cold but unknown dangers ahead. Kona 2 Brume will be releasing for Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox One, the PC, the Xbox Series X, the Series S, the PS4, and the PS5. The game will be releasing in 2023. Next up is the Outlast Trials. The Outlast Trials is a upcoming horror indie action-adventure survival game being developed and is published by Red Barrels. Now, if you're like me and you've played the previous Outlast games, then you would know there's one word to explain it all. Diapers. Yeah, you will need diapers unless you have unlimited supplies of Andes. Nah, I'm just kidding. Or, yeah, am I kidding? Just keep the lights on for your own sake, guys. If this game is anything like the previous game, it's pretty terrifying. Now, this game will be set in one of history's worst major era, the Cold War. Now, stuck in a mental facility where nut jobs will try to use you and others as science experiment, which isn't fun. It's definitely not my top 10 situations to get yourself in. But if you do get captured, try to run and hide. The Outlast Trial will be released on the PC in 2023. Next up is Wronged Us. Wronged Us is a upcoming action-adventure shooter survival horror game being developed and published by Delusional Studio Limited. Now, Wronged Us is a third-person horror game that takes place in a small but horribly detailed abandoned town filled with terrifying psychological horrors. The game also involves a bit of puzzle solving from here and there to figure out all the weird stuff going on around you. But it's an horror game, so you know you have to fight some horrible, freakish-looking monsters that move at some shocking fast speed. I mean, there's different designs to different monsters in this game. They're all very terrifying. I mean, take a look for yourself. Wronged Us will be releasing on the Xbox Series X, the Series S, the PS5, the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC. Wronged Us will be releasing in 2023. Next up is Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark is a upcoming action horror dark survival adventure psychological game being developed by Pieces Interactive and is being published by THQ Nordic. The game is set in the 1920s Deep South, where you will be taking control of either Edward Carnby or Emily Hartwood. Edward Carnby being a PI or private investigator in full terms, while Emily Hartwood looking for uncle that went missing in the Darseto Manor. I think that's right. This Darseto Manor is hard to pronounce. You know, it's a home for the mentally ill, but there's something more sinister going on, so join both protagonists to discover the dark and evil secrets being hidden in the manor. I mean, Alone in the Dark will be releasing for the PC, the PS5, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the Series X, and the Series S. Alone in the Dark will be releasing basically mid to late 2023. There's not an exact release date, but it's in 2023 for sure. Next up is Sons of the Forest. Sons of the Forest is an upcoming survival horror action adventure fighting indie simulation shooter game being developed by Ed Knight Games and is published by New Light. Now, any one of you guys that played the first Forest game, you'd have an understanding of what the franchise of this game is about. And you know it does very well of capturing the feeling of being stranded on a beautiful island with beautiful lakes and streams and oceans, but there's a bit of a problem to that one. You know, you have a bunch of cannibals living with you, so it's not that much of a paradise. And let's just say you both having a hard time getting along, which I can understand. I would have a hard time getting along with people that want to eat me as well, but luckily there's some badass weapons to help you, plus you can call a friend and play in co-op mode, and you can build a shelter for that extra protection. Sons of the Forest is releasing exclusively for the PC on February 23rd, 2023. Next up is Layers of Fears. Layers of Fears is a upcoming, it's a Layers of Fear remake. It's a remake one. It's an upcoming psychological horror survival game being developed by Bluebird's team alongside with Onshore Studio. And the game is being published by Bluebird team. The Layers of Fear remake is kicking off the Layers of Fear series once again, but this time reimagined with beautiful graphics and more intense effects. The game will be playing in the first person perspective because they really want you to feel that immersed feeling. Now, the game will have a lot of exploration and also a new story to tell, and with a lot of support for ray tracing, and the game is being built on the Unreal Engine 5, I can say this game is going to be a beautiful horror. Layers of Fear Remake will be releasing for the PC, the Xbox Series X, the Series S, and the PS5. The game will be releasing in early 2023. Now, ending off this terrifying listing with Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl is a upcoming first-person shooter, survival, horror, action-adventure game being developed and published by GSC Game World. Stalker 2 is set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by monsters and some crazy high radiation levels, and you'll be taking control of a lone stalker and exploring this beautiful but dangerous world. Dangerous why? Well, as I said, there's a lot of radiations and some bizarre anomalies, but also different factions at war, and these all contribute in making the zone a tough place to survive. But people are still coming to the zone to find rare artifacts. Now the world will be fully open world with hundreds of powerful weapons and gears to find, and also artifacts that holds a very high value. Stalker 2 will be releasing for the PC and the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S in December of 2023. Well, that's it for the video. Please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, as always, peace out and stay safe.